How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Thursday, January the 9th, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all of you that continue to show loyalty, support for my son and I. You just don't know how important and what that means to us. Thank you. Family, there is, as of late, a lot of talk about this whole terminology of alpha female. Alpha female. We've always known the term alpha male. That has been around since the beginning of time. But as of late, with this whole new feminism movement, the term alpha female is being used, and particularly by professional women that hold certain type of key positions in a company, and also women that work in certain career fields. I know women that work in the law enforcement career field, and each and every one of them will say or consider themselves to be an alpha female. And I will have to agree that when a woman works in a certain type of a career field, she has to take on a man's perspective. For example, if a woman goes into the law enforcement career field, she is working a job that men work, whether it be they work on the street or in the jail. Because you have females that work in the jail, you have females that work out on the street. So women, in order for women to be successful in those career fields, they must take on the personification of a man. They must learn how to think like a man. Now, although they don't have the physical strength of a man, they still must take on the thought process of a man when it comes to those career fields. If they do not, they will not last. They will not advance in their careers, and basically it will be a career nonetheless. She's still gonna get a retirement, but I would say it would not be a fulfilling career. So when we look at the terminology or the term alpha female, an alpha female is a powerful or successful woman, often in a leadership role. So I remember when I worked in my previous career field, and I had females who worked for me. Now, obviously, they still had that alpha female mentality, in that when they had to arrest men, they had to be assertive. They had to have that same frame and mindset as a male officer or a male police officer or a male deputy would have to have. So the reason for that is certain career fields will chew you up and spit you out if you cannot survive. And in certain career fields, it's the survival of the fittest. So we also, in my research, I've also found that males, females, or both can be alphas depending on the species. Where one male and one female fulfill this role together, they are sometimes referred to as the alpha pair. Other animals in the same social group may exhibit difference or species-specific subordinate behavior towards the alpha or the alphas. So we understand that, let's perhaps say a pride, there's usually going to be one male lion or perhaps maybe two male lions. But if you have a pride that has one male lion, that one male lion is the alpha. He may be responsible for protecting those. It may be 4 lionesses that he's protecting. That's part of his pride. So it's his job to fight off any dangers or any other lions that may try to run him off and take over those lionesses. So as you can see in life and in nature, there is an order to things. When the Creator created us, there was an order to things. Man came first, and from man, woman was created. So there is a divine order. And even when you look at a pride, you have a lion and lionesses. But if for whatever reason the day comes that lion becomes old and some other young stud lion comes along and perhaps gets into an altercation with this old lion and he kills that old lion, guess what happens next? That new lion is going to start clapping them lionesses' cheeks, creating his own little cubs. They're going to start bearing his cubs, and they're going to fall in line because they know that he is the protector, or he is the now protector of that pride. That old lion that was running the show, the old king, well, this new king came and vanquished him, ran him off, or even murdered him. But all these lionesses know is that this is the new king. They're going to fall in line. And you know what that young new lion is going to do in that pride? If there are any cubs that were born from the union of that old lion that he just ran off or just murdered, sent them on to the next round, he is going to either run off those male cubs or he is going to kill them. That's right. He ain't gonna let the old lions cubs grow up to be lions to potentially kill him. See, that's how it works. So I would have to say, even in a pride that has two lions, there's always still going to be a big dog. There's still going to always be that alpha that young lion is going to bow down to. Even in a pride with two lions, there still can only be one. There can only be one. But the day may come that older lion, that's the number one alpha, when he get old, that young lion, the number two, is going to come for him. So this is the cycle of things in Mother Nature. And I believe that we have issues with this whole alpha female thing because, okay, that's fine. If you are in a leadership position at your company and you are leading people, perhaps you are sergeant of a squad or you are lieutenant, captain, because in my previous career field, women held those ranks and titles. So that's fine. But when you come home, you got to be able to step out that role. Because when you come home, there's no such thing as no alpha female. It don't exist. It only exists when you were in those leadership capacities, when you're at work. When you're at home, there's no such thing as an alpha female. It is only an alpha male. And I know that some women would like to believe, well, you know, I'm an alpha female and you know, and in their mind, they are shot callers. Most of them are single. They live by themselves. They're independent. They're making their money. And in their mind, they really don't think they need a man. But there's more to relationships besides alpha female, which don't exist in no relationship. It just don't. And the reason why it's so difficult when these women that consider themselves alpha females, the reason why it's so difficult is that a man don't want to feel like he is in competition or he is having a conversation with something that's supposed to be soft and feminine, but it's masculine and strong just like him. So right there is going to create contention. And it's going to always be a struggle in that relationship if that woman who perhaps is an alpha female at work, but if she can't turn it off when she get home, it's going to be problems. And I guarantee you that whenever there is a situation where there's an argument, a disagreement, that woman who thinks she's an alpha female, she is going to go at that situation as if, well, hey, listen, I'm on the same level as you. And I can talk to you crazy. And I can try to clip your balls and emasculate you. And basically, it's like these women be trying to check their men. But in reality, we know that, ma'am, you ain't nothing but a chihuahua with the bark of a Rottweiler. You're nothing but a chihuahua with the bark of a Rottweiler. But in essence, I'm really the Rottweiler. You're the chihuahua. I am stronger, far more aggressive, and when it comes to doing things to other human beings, men are oftentimes a lot more treacherous. I'm not saying there ain't no treacherous women out there, but on average, a man can be very treacherous. And depending on what type of man he is, you might be dealing with a monster. So with that being said, yes, there is a such thing as an alpha female in a work environment, in an employment environment where she in charge and leading people. Oh, absolutely. But in a relationship, no. And you can't switch it on and switch it off. You can't switch it on and switch it off because you wouldn't just, ladies, would you want your man every now and again putting on a thong? Every now and again, he's just putting on a thong. Would you like that? Now, maybe some of y'all into that kinky stuff, but on average, on the surface of it, you don't want your man putting on no thong. Just like your man ain't gonna want you to put on no strap on. So this whole alpha female thing, it doesn't exist. Not in a relationship. Women have to take a step back and understand there's nothing wrong with being strong, mentally. It's nothing wrong with being powerful and successful at work. But in your relationships, you still must know how to remain feminine and submissive. Because you cannot have both. It's either black or it's white when it comes to relationships. There's no in between. And until we as a species understand there's nothing wrong with a woman having a alpha female mindset when she on the job, but when she come home, she got to check that SHIT at the door. Because no man want to feel like that every time he have a disagreement with his lady, that he really having a disagreement with his boy. And ladies, you can't be hyper masculine and think just because when you get in the bedroom and you getting your walls worked, and that feminine side can't help but come back. that's not enough. Men need more than that. Men need more than just feminism or being feminine in the bed, in the bedroom, in the sexual setting. Men need more than that. Men need that all the time, in particular when they're in relationships. You don't want your man acting like a punk. You don't want your man acting like a masculine dude only when he, per se, blowing your bike out. But outside of the bedroom, he walking around here, like a pussy. Like he scared his own shadow. Timid. I'm not saying he got to be an asshole, but he definitely got to be sure of himself. So you wouldn't want a man that only personifies masculinity, alpha male, only in the bedroom, but outside of the bedroom, he really just as soft as you are, mentally. So men need more than just feminine energy in the bedroom. So, family, I hope I perhaps shed some light on this situation. And always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.